relationship strategy industry
for sure.
For a long term.
A lot of it is based on relationship, and clearly it works, because otherwise there wouldn't be, you know, cleaning business, 7-figure, 8-figure cleaning businesses. But there has to be like a varied approach. You can't just rely on relationships, because, you know, I mentioned how can you track anything? You can't really track a relationship. How can you estimate when a relationship is going to come through and give you a referral? You can't. So they're nice when they happen, but really you need to be doing something consistently to kind of you know, to be able to estimate how many opportunities you can create for yourself. And then the stuff that comes through referral or networking or anything like that, that's a bonus. That's just icing on the cake, you know? But yeah, you know, to go back to your point, AI, it can have a massive impact. I mean, you know, we were just speaking before we went on, you know, the impact that it can have within a business. I just think the cleaning industry will be very slow to adopt it personally.
Yeah.
In the UK, like I said, most of my experiences in the UK, I do speak with cleaning business owners in the US, and I mean, they are miles ahead of the business owners that I speak to in the UK, in terms of, you know, thinking outside the box, in terms of, you know, doing outbound, in terms of, you know, stuff that they can automate and outsource, and bringing in the right support and all that. I mean, you know, they are much more creative in their approach. So yeah.
Wonderful. Well, you know, Matt, let me mention that certainly in the sense of the industries developing technology, adopting technologies, we normally used to tend to see what's going on in the US, what's going on in the UK, and nowadays we start seeing it as well. Holland, Amsterdam, Paris, Berlin, taking leadership in a few sectors. Yet in the sector of in the hospitality sector, in the cleaning sector, in the tourism sector, I'm sure that actually that there is a lot of that we still have to learn from the UK.
Maybe. I can't speak for other sectors. You know, I know the cleaning sector. I don't know it well enough yet, but
so if I will ask you, for example, because this is something that I consider that it's important as well for us as a SaaS developers. What do you see are the, let's say, the biggest challenges that founders and clients of yours normally have?
So the biggest challenges are for the clients that we deal with, you know, having generating leads consistently.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the biggest challenge that they feel that they have. The biggest challenge that I see is that they don't use enough technology within their business. They don't automate enough. They don't make their life easier by, you know, going through the pain of either moving to some sort of online platform to help manage certain processes, setting it up. You know, they're not prepared to suffer the short-term pain for the long-term gain, or which is probably even more likely, they're just not aware enough. You know, they either they don't know and they don't have any interest in finding out, or they don't know and they don't know where to start to look. And again, this isn't applicable to everyone. This is just applicable to the sample set that I've spoken with. You know, 100 plus cleaning business owners. That, you know, that's a fraction of the business owners in the UK. But if I look at the different size of business owner that I've spoken with and kind of extrapolate it out, then that's how I kind of come to the conclusion of, well, if I've spoken with 20 of this size and 19 of them say, I don't have any of this, then I can multiply that out and think, well, you know, 95% of the people that are of that size are going to have a similar sort of problem. So yeah, I think the challenge is like a paradigm shift, no, is getting people to understand that there are tech solutions that are available, and yes, they do require a learning phase and a transition phase to integrate within the business. But once you've gone through that, then I mean, it frees up your time to focus on your most important tasks, no? And that's important.
Yeah, completely, man. You know, Matt, just to tell you a little bit story as well, what happened to us. We were trying to to find a new platform, a sort of like a gig economy platform, like a job platform, but it was in the industry of the food industry, basically for chefs. We were considering that actually like hotel owners, restaurant owners needed a way how they could find more suitable chefs, more sous chefs, and people that are actually working in the kitchen.
Nice.
Here, we launched a platform here in the Netherlands. For our surprise, was that for us was very logical. That the platform will help everyone. The chefs will get jobs faster. The restaurant's owner will. For us, was like the Fiverr of the restaurants. And we focused so much in having a great product. We saw that actually the user experience was going to be great. We launched the product. It's called Kitchen Team, and then we find out that not the business owners, not the chefs, wanted to change the process. They didn't want to, and even though we dedicated hours to train people, dedicated hours to try to create an academy, a community around it. No. So really? I really make a strong remark on what you mentioned for all the SaaS owners, for all the market owners. Start with the research. Start talking with the customer.
Absolutely.
Not on the product, but on the people you are serving.
Yeah. You know, ask questions and listen. I think and look, again, this is the approach that I've taken now is very different to how I did stuff before. When I started my cleaning business, I was like, okay, well, it's cleaning. I'm going to research, you know, the different type of cleaning services, the different products, what equipment's needed. And then I'm just going to start phoning up, you know, different businesses and offer a cleaning service. And yeah, it worked after a while. But the approach this time around was, you know, I need to understand who I'm serving. Like I need to understand who they are, what their problems are, you know, what are the challenges, what are the limitations, and then what is going to be the right sort of solution. And, you know, I don't think we're there yet. You know, we're a year into the business. But the more you learn, the more you can iterate and tweak your product, right? As I mentioned before, when we started, I wasn't sure what size of cleaning business to go after. Okay, you speak to a bunch, you get the feedback, and you kind of spot trends or common scenarios that you tend to come across, and then you know, you think, well, where can I provide the best sort of solution? You know, find, I guess, product market fit. Although we're not a product, we're a service, but you can productize that, and then it's you know, finding the sweet spot, creating your value proposition, and going out and you know, finding your first 1, 2, 3, 4 clients and just serving the hell out of them, and getting your case study and getting your experience, and, you know, getting the learning lessons out of the way to you know, improve your product or service, and find out what else people struggle with as well. You know, is that a feature or is that a service that you can start to introduce now? Is it something that you can introduce later? And I didn't take this approach when I started my cleaning business. I just didn't. I just went, okay, cleaning. So businesses, let's go. And yes, this way has taken longer, but I've also learned so much more. And as a result, I have identified other opportunities which I probably might have taken me longer to identify had I not gone through the research phase. And to be perfectly honest, like, we're always researching, right? We're every day we learn something new, or we find a new angle, and that's all part of your research and understanding your customer or your clients better. But yeah, that's massively important. And in particular in cleaning, in January, I looked at, and I tweeted this out, I think, cleaning businesses under £1 million revenue offer 8 or more services. Cleaning businesses between 1 million and I think 5 million offer 5 services on average. Cleaning businesses that are sort of 10 million plus offer 3 services. They know, like, they've found the sweet spot. They know the client that they're serving. They know the service that they need to deliver to them, and that's all they focus on. I spoke with a cleaning business owner yesterday. He's currently got a group which is turning over about 80 million. And he's like, look, I focus on daily office cleaning, education, and healthcare. I don't want anything else. If there is anything else that comes out, I'm not interested, because he knows that daily office cleaning is going to get Monday to Friday. It's going to get consistency. It's easy to manage. It's regular. Generally, businesses will sign up for 2-3 years, renew for another couple. So there's enterprise value in the contract length. Education, a lot of the time you have to tender, particularly with government contracts. They're 3, 5, 10-year contracts. I mean, he knows his clients. He knows what he needs to deliver to them, and he's super focused. And that, if you look below 1 million, they offer everything: office cleaning, end of tenancy cleaning, builders cleaning, carpet cleaning, window cleaning. Like, I clean everything. Okay, great. So who are you going after? And it's that element has been a challenge to explain, to smaller businesses, and even actually, to 1 million plus businesses. But I think they through a process of elimination have kind of identified, the markets that they want to operate in. So it's a little bit of an easier sell. But yeah, man, research. Wow. Always be researching.
Wow, it resonates so much, with also the concept of profit first. From Mike Mihalowicz, where he mentions the fact of that, how as starting entrepreneurs, we just try to grab everything that comes into our hands, and then is when we don't even consider really what are the costs of some of these services that we put out there. And that's how actually our profit also goes away completely.
Yeah, and the difficulty is when you grab everything. We spoke before about mindset. You're just in the habit of, I need to grab everything, and I can't. If I just focus on one client, does that mean I have to ignore everyone else? No, it doesn't. But it does mean that you've got a clear message. You're the type of clients that you're going after, which means that you can tailor your service specific to their needs. And what will naturally happen, if you're able to serve your niche exceptionally well, then naturally other people are going to gravitate to you, because they will find out about your service being so good. And, through organic growth, you'll get other opportunities. And through getting those other opportunities, initially you should probably say no, because you need to focus on your niche until you get to a certain level. But when you are ready to expand, you can be like, okay, what has been the next most frequent request or occurrence that has come up outside of our niche? Well, perhaps that is where the next opportunity lies. But when you're used to grabbing everything, it's difficult to let go of everything and just focus on one thing.
Exactly.
And I made that mistake. Look, I'm not saying that I'm, like a paragon of virtue. I'm not. I made exactly the same mistake when I had my cleaning business. I went after end of tenancy. I did commercial. We did builders cleans. We started outsourcing waste collection and property maintenance. We did like everything. But it wasn't clear or focused, which, meant that I only took the business so far. And that was all I had within my skill set at that time. After a couple of years, I love learning, and just applying things that I learn. And I like to learn from different sectors. I think we mentioned Mind Valley last time. Ever coached disjointed learning theory. Like, I like that. Like picking up different processes or approaches or methodologies from other markets, in particular, tech play, SaaS markets, all that kind of stuff, and seeing how you can approach that, how you can apply that to a boring business, because the likelihood is that no one else is going to do it, because you're bringing outside concepts into a very old market. Wonderful. And that's quite interesting.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for mentioning, because indeed one of the communities that are going to the visit or GrowFax experiences is the community of Mind Valley and Evercoach.
Nice.
Business coach around the world. So I'm very happy that I'm sure that actually they are going to listen, and when they listen about you mentioning that you are also part of the members, they will love it. Yeah. But if I may take that opportunity, from the entrepreneurs and the business owners from our community, if they would like to get in touch with you, how could they reach you, Matt, best?
Best way is to reach out on LinkedIn, search for Matt Harris, The Growth Lab, or you can drop me an email, Matt, M-A-T-T, @thegrowth-lab.com. I'm across all socials. I am _Matt Harris. So if you like, follow, connect. I've got a podcast called The Growth Lab. So if you want to tune into that, specifically for cleaning business owners and how they can grow their cleaning business. I've got a newsletter, Substack. I try and just put information out as much as possible. So excellent. Happy to connect with the audience.
Excellent, Matt. Thank you very much. Indeed, I think that especially all the once you have put in place the funnels and the strategies that you have mentioned, you have discussed in your sector, I'm completely confident that these are strategies that you can replicate in other sectors as well.
Absolutely.
So, glad that actually that we're going to make sure that we share all the information from Matt, from the Growth Lab, and also from your company with the video and with our communities. That way they can reach you as well.
Perfect. I appreciate that. Thank you.
But we have two last questions.
Sure.
And normally this is something new that I'm integrated now in GrowFax experiences. As said, it's an entity. It's becoming an entity, and every time it's evolving.
Sure.
In terms of what we are as a value hacking company, where we are applying AI tools, which one would you say at this moment is your favorite AI tool?
So look, I use Notion a lot, and I've started using the AI feature in Notion. I just like it. It helps my writing. It helps with some of the preparation. So really, that is quite a simple tool, but it's massively effective for my sort of creator side of things.
Nice. Notion has become indeed in some cases there's no need anymore to have a website even sometimes.
For sure.
You can really manage a complete business from Notion directly.
Yeah, it's good.
Excellent. And the last question, this is something new that we have, like, if for our next guest is going to be this person won't know from whose question coming, but now we're asking the last special guest to throw a question to the next one. How would you do it? Which one would you ask him?
Okay, so my question would be, what are the 3 non-negotiable skills that you ask of your people that join your team, people that join your company, people that you work with, people that you collaborate with? What are your 3 non-negotiables?
Nice, man. Nice, Matt. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
No worries.
Matt, it has been a pleasure.
Likewise, Juan Carlos. Thank you very much for having me on.
Wonderful to have you here, and I wish you a wonderful weekend as well.
Thank you
Take
very
care,
much.
Matt.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye
Bye.
bye.